It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And one of the epic nights in the NBA. We welcome you to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the West All-Stars going up against the East All-Stars. What more could you ask for? We have the best of the best in the building tonight. It's a chance for fans to see their favorite players take off the restraints a little. Give everybody a show. That's what the All-Star Game is really about.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. So the East All-Stars will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the East All-Stars, Davis is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Curry, a screen on Durant. Embiid, the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. Westbrook pulls it in.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Now here's Westbrook. Yep, it counts. Westbrook's got the opening field goal of the game for the East All-Stars.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. LeBron against Antetokounmpo. Now here's Curry, guarded closely. Here's Embiid. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Curry.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
Irving passes to Durant. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
LeBron with the block. Irving dishes to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Mike D'Antoni for just a minute. If the coach had any butterflies in his stomach about coaching the All-Stars, he didn't let on. He said this game's for the fans, and even though he'll be giving direction to some of the best players in the league, his only coaching advice, really, is to go out and have fun. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's James, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Outside for Durant. Feeds it to LeBron. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
The East making a switch. Oladipo's checked in. Harden kicks to Curry. Puts it up from 12. He's off on that one. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. And a wide open look for Irving. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Irving's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. One up.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Yeah, those are the shots you want. but they've been trickling out on them, guys. They've just got to stay with it. Persist in getting those good shots inside, and they'll drop.
And now it's a double-digit lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's the West with the ball. They trail by 11. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
He's checked in for James Harden. Thompson outside to stop the run. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
It's thrown by to Kumbo. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. That one goes in.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. You got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
Irving kicks to Oladipo. He feeds it to James. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Curry against Irving. The pass to Thompson. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Oladipo. Here's Davis, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
On the wing, Thompson. .127 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it to Embiid. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Durant for 3. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. And here's the break. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustment.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Catching up on changes for the West. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Joel Embiid. Green comes in for Antetokounmpo. Butler, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Lillard subbed in for Curry.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. Thompson, left side. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Thompson's got 5.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Here's Green. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target with his 3. And here's the East. 8-point game. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Walker the pass to Drummond. Here's George. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge.
That is his first foul of the game. 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Drills the three-pointer. And it's 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Don't think you're going to get a better look than that, and it's Butler who makes it possible with an excellent feed.
Walker got it off in time, but it's no good. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
On the court for the East All-Stars, Aldridge out there with Paul George. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. Hey, he's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
When he keeps his emotions in check, Green is a fantastic leader on the court. He can run a little hot, but there's no doubting his drive, his willingness to do whatever it takes to win.
Russell Westbrook in for Kemba Walker. And that one's good, George.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. James Harden is checked in for the West. Lillard against Westbrook. There's the 3. No good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. To the middle. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection.
Chalk up 2 there. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the East All-Stars.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here is Harden following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Lillard misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Lowry is a player who has worked his way to stardom. He says, I still feel like I can be better. I'm never satisfied. My team is good, but I think the best I can be is a champion. There is no other goal in basketball. Guys?
D.A., that's how you truly create a legacy.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
The West making some changes. Al Horford is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Damian Lillard. Goran Dragic is checked in for the East. Here's Dragic. James Harden picking up that last basket. Aldridge is screen. Pass to George. And it's off from three-point range.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Fast break, here they come. 11 feet away, in deep. Aldridge drops it in. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lowry against Dragic. Lowry kicks to Horford. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his third foul of the game. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Antetokounmpo comes in for Green, and it's DeRozan in for Butler. A big group substitution here for the East. Davis is checked in for Drummond. James comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Durant's checked in for George. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Russell Westbrook. Now here is Davis, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Davis, the pass to James. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
James in the post. Antetokounmpo defending. Here's Davis. Back to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Durant. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Poked away and out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the inside. Count that bucket. And now it's a 9-point East All-Star lead.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the West. Klay Thompson comes in for James Harden. And a switch here also for the East. Walker's checked in, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now the feed to Antetokounmpo. Count that one. Antetokounmpo's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Here's Davis. Nice work on the board. It's paying off at the basket.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
That giant wingspan of Antetokounmpo, man, wreaking havoc on opposing players and really mucking up passing lanes too, man. He can be everywhere with that ferocious motor and those long arms.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Feeds to Davis. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Embiid's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. James kicks to Durant. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Kevin Durant.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Just 3 on the clock. That shot off the mark.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. East All-Stars ahead. They lead by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the East All-Stars, the first quarter, pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And from what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the West All-Stars.
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that's going to do it for us here, the second half of action.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. LeBron's gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. Antetokounmpo is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Curry. And it's Harden in a 2-guard. That's the 5 for the West All-Stars right now.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Durant's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. From the arc. Rebound by the East All-Stars. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the paint, here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
On defense, the East All-Stars, they lead by 4.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Now, here is Irving. Davis, the pass to Durant. Hits it from 3-point range. Durant's got 15 points.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision. Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Here's DeRozan, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Embiid. Green comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Steph Curry. Andre Drummond's checked in for the East. Aldridge comes in for James.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks. This dude is sick at the rim.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Lillard outside. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Butler, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Beal's checked in for the East. Here's Towns. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Now here is Aldridge. He has 6. That one good for 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Aldridge. Westbrook kicks to Beal. Fires for three, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Beal. And it's 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Durant against Butler. Over Durant. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Butler.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Now here's Durant. Doesn't go for him. Towns with the defensive effort. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
You know, Butler is athletic. He's got great skills, but he's also an intelligent player, a natural leader, too, a former 30th pick overall in the 2011 NBA draft. He continues to ascend.
First one falls for him. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the West. George is checked in for the East. Dragic comes in for Russell Westbrook, and he makes both free throws.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Drummond a screen. Dragic the pass to George. Back to Dragic. In the corner, George with it. Off target with his three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the East All-Stars.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
I think this is one of the great strengths in Towns' game. Very reliable shooter from the foul line. Forces the defense not to be too anxious to send him to the strike.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Al Horford, he's checked in for Green, and Kyle Lowry subbed in for Lillard. Now here's Dragic. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Just 3 to shoot over Lowry. And it's off the back rim, no good. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Kevin, you know, it's nice to see Lowry dish the rock. I mean, I enjoy watching him pass the ball because he's got a nice feel for when to get it to his guys for an open shot.
Now here's Dragic, and here's George for three. It's rebounded by the West. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Thompson wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And here are the East All-Stars now, trailing by 2. In the corner, George with it. Outside, Beal. Back to George to stop the drought. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Towns sets the pick for Thompson. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Will not go. This is off the front iron. George way outside. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. West All-Stars out in front as they wrap up the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On the court right now for the East All-Stars, they've got Victor Oladipo. Paul George is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Irving at the one. Curry, good.
And Kevin, that three ball of Curry dead. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
LeBron, no good.
He has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
And George kicks to Davis. Irving from long range. A shot off that time. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Here's DeRozan. And too long on the shot. George passes to Davis. Down low. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Victor Oladipo. Embiid the screen, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Harden's checked in, and a switch here also for the East. Kevin Durant's checked in for Paul George.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that.
Durant, no good. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Antetokounmpo kicks to DeRozan, and there's the call on Durant, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Curry over Irving. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his 1st foul. Russell Westbrook in for Oladipo. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Pass to Westbrook. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
On defense, the East All-Stars. On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Westbrook. 4 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Here's LeBron, and there it is for him.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
And the jam by Harden.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Irving passes to Durant. Sinks the triple. Durant's got 23 points.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Curry dishes to Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Russell Westbrook.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
You've got to be aware of James at all times. You lose sight of him, and then he's just going to ram one in your face.
Free throw drops for Harden. He hits both from the stripe. And here are the East All-Stars now. It's a three-point game. Westbrook and the dunk by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
He used that pick just right. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the West All-Stars. Irving kicks to Durant. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Harden's shot is off.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And really, even at this stage of his career, James just seems ageless. He continues to dominate night in and night out.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a one-possession game.
Puts it up from 12. Durant, that's good. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
And stolen by LeBron. On up the court, and then Durant with the jam.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts grade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
Outside DeRozan.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
LeBron passes to Irving. It falls!
Irving's got him falling right now, that's for sure.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Outside. Rebound by the East All-Stars. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's LeBron with the drive. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
The free throw, no good. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're trailing by 5. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Greg, one possession at a time, and really, as you said, it's all about clock management right now.
It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Here's DeRozan. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Antetokounmpo dishes to DeRozan. Connects! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
So it's the East All-Stars taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.